So let's talk about something that's really important, and that's the documentation. We utilize documentation almost everywhere. Same thing we did with JFrame. If I wanted to understand a bit better, I could read a general description. As you can see, this one's pretty long. We could see the versions. We could, if I want to, I could press Control Q twice on IntelliJ to bring it on the side to make it a bit more visible. We could see what that class is, what it implements, what it extends. It gives a rough, or sorry, not a rough, it gives a precise idea of what's going on with that JFrame. And this is really important because as we delve deeper and deeper, we'll need to use the documentation to understand what's going on, right? The same way that you could see now that even Oracle made their documentation much more cleaner presentation-wise and much more resourceful. If you want, we could see an older version. So this is the JDK 16, but if we go a bit older, I had it open here. This is the Java 6 one. It's really hard to find stuff and sometimes really hard to read and so forth, so on. So they've been improving. This actually looks much nicer than back in the day. But again, documentation is important because we're not at the basics anymore. The path we're going through is a path that no one else has dealt. So we need to understand our tools to better do everything. So comes in what we call a JavaDoc. This little thing here is a documentation that's written on the class itself. So if we control click here, so this thing at the top here that you can see all of this is a JavaDoc. So the information is put there for us on top of it so that we could better delve or understand while we're coding. And this is important because while we're coding, we don't really want to stop, go on the internet, Google something, find the documentation, read that. We want to just do Control Q. We get the information, and from there, we could do whatever we need to do. And this is important, right? So in the next video, we'll learn how to do this JavaDoc for our own application.